Hey everyone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to cut a pineapple. And I'm doing this because I am going to create a skinny pina colada. So alcohol free, but just something for your weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know some of you are looking forward to parties and to things like that, barbecue. And I thought this would be like a nice refreshing way to get a healthy smoothie in the morning. So it is going to be like a treat smoothie, so probably a good 400 calories this is going to be, because we're going to use some coconut butter and some dates. So that's going to have a higher sugar amount and higher fat. So we're just going to talk about that a little bit, but let me just show you about the pineapple. So when you first get your pineapple, make sure your knife is pretty sharp. And if you've never done this before, the first thing you want to do is you just want to cut the head off. So, let's get rid of that part. Now, this part actually contains a lot of good items. This is where the, it's called bromelain, and it's rich in enzymes. So this is actually really good. So I have heard you can clean it off and stick it in the Vitamix and put some of that in there to get some of those enzymes, okay? So we're just gonna set that over to the side here. And then you're gonna stand it up. So we got the top cut off just like that. You can also cut the bottom off. So cut the head and the butt, just cutting both of those off, okay? And set those aside. So now this is what you have. Both sides are cut. And then you're just gonna sit it right there, just like that. Let me pull it so you guys can see a little bit more. And then we're just gonna really kind of right by the core, you're just gonna slice it because we want as much pineapple as possible. And then you're just gonna go around so you can start to see that I'm slicing it all the way around. So the cool thing about pineapple is it's actually on the lower end of the glycemic index chart. You would think because of the sweetness that it would be full of sugar, but it actually is on the low end of the glycemic index, watermelon being like one of the highest fruits. But the cool thing about pineapple is it's known for helping with digestive issues, healing from wounds, reducing inflammation, and it's actually a natural blood thinner. So for people who have problems with, thick platelets or blood clots or things like that, or have a propensity towards those things, pineapple can be a natural way to put that in your diet. Even if you have to take some medication, this is a natural substance to keep that blood, flowing, just like kale and spinach and all your greens. So that's the way we're gonna cut up the pineapple. And then I'm just gonna slice it so that I'll have like a bunch of pineapple to put in the Vitamix for the smoothie. So the other thing I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use this coconut butter. So right here, if you guys can see, got a little light here so you can see a little bit better. All right, coconut butter is right there. And so here's the thing on this, guys. This has, I think you can see that, 230 calories for 2 tablespoons. Okay, so it's high calorie. And there is 20 grams of saturated fat. Now here's the thing when it comes to coconut and some of these things, because when you look at this is just coconut butter, okay? So just one ingredient. But, coconut butter got a bad rap because it has a lot of saturated fat in it. But something, so that just a little education here, they actually did a multidisciplinary study to examine what diseases some people in some islands in the Pacific had when 60% of their calories was coming from saturated fat, specifically from coconuts. So the interesting thing about that is what they found is that this culture was free of like colon cancer, heart disease, arterial sclerosis, cancers, and that when they ended up going to the cities and then changed their diets from coconut oil or coconuts that have saturated fat to the refined polyunsaturated vegetable oils that are supposedly supposed to be so much better and healthier, that's what they were told, that it ended up increasing their heart disease rate. And so, it's really good for you. It helps with, so many different things in our diets, and it's a medium chain fatty acid. So if you've ever heard of MCT oil, which sometimes people put in their bulletproof coffee, I'm just going to show you. This is organic MCT oil. So if you do a bulletproof coffee, this is really good. You can stick, you know, maybe a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons in your coffee to give you kind of a healthy boost, a healthy fatty coffee. So that kind of stuff, the MCT oil or the medium chain fatty acid in coconut actually helps your body metabolize it faster. So that's the great thing about a coconut. So instead of it storing as fat, it metabolizes faster in the body. So that's going to be another thing I'm going to add in this. And I'll take a picture so you guys can see. I'm going to put a couple drops of organic vanilla extract in it. I made banana pineapple milk. So I do that because I don't do the nut milks and I don't do dairy. So I don't do dairy and I don't do the nut milks. So the nut milks, as I was reading more, contain guar gum and carrageenan, which can be really hard on people who have digestive issues. So I've had IBS since I was in my 20s, and I didn't realize that I've been drinking almond milk and coconut milk for years. And that could have been a contributor to some of my IBS and my increased inflammation, and who knows, maybe that's why the polyp that was in my body ended up turning cancerous. I have no idea. But I make this banana milk, which is really good. And it's only a couple ingredients. It's banana, water. You can stick some ice in there unless you have frozen bananas. And sometimes I'll throw a date in there for added sweetness. So, or some cinnamon, that can be really good too. So I'm gonna use that, but if you want, you can use cashew milk or almond milk to put in the smoothie as well. And then I have some organic coconut water. So that's gonna give it that little pina colada flavor. And this has 0 calories, and it's 100% coconut water. So this is excellent for, some people just drink this, like they just like to drink it. You know, but you can use it in your smoothies to get some of the added benefits of coconut. And then finally, I'm gonna add a date to it. So for a little added sweetness, to our skinny pina colada. So I'm gonna make it all and show you guys all the ingredients, and I hope you enjoy it. It'll be a fun thing for a holiday, or maybe by the pool, you want a healthy smoothie. Obviously there's no greens here, but we do have, you know, dates, which are nature's candies. They may be full of sugar, but they're also full of nutrients. One date is like 66 calories, so just be careful. So like I said, this is a fun treat shake, about 400 calories probably. This is gonna be when I end up making it all. But I just thought, you know, we always have to have something a little fun sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and I'll be posting some other videos on some other kind of refreshing things that you could take to the pool for this weekend.